Today, we're diving into a question that hits a lot of us right in the grocery aisle. Should you actually pay more for organic produce? And we're going to do that by looking at two famous lists, the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. You've been there, right? Staring at two bunches of spinach, one organic, one not, wondering what the right call is. It's a super common dilemma, and a lot of people use these two lists to help them decide. So, over the next few minutes, we're going to break down what these lists are, what the science actually says about them, and how you can use them to make smarter choices, especially if you're dealing with things like chronic inflammation or gut sensitivities. All right, let's just jump right in and get a handle on what these lists actually are. So these are basically annual shopping guides put out by the Environmental Working Group, or EWG. They're an environmental advocacy group, and they analyze data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to rank produce based on pesticide residues. The whole point is to help you minimize your exposure. And here's a look at the top contenders for 2025. On the left, you've got the Dirty Dozen. These are the items the EWG says you should really try to buy organic because they tend to have the most pesticide residues. Then on the right, you have the Clean 15, which have the lowest residues. So if you're on a budget, these are your safer bets for conventional produce. So why all the fuss? Why does the EWG think these lists are so important? Let's look at their argument. Well, a big part of it comes down to this number. According to the EWG's analysis, a whopping 95% of samples from the Dirty Dozen list have detectable pesticide residues, and that's even after being washed or peeled. And their main concern isn't just a single chemical. It's the potential cocktail effect of being exposed to a mixture of different chemicals. They point a finger specifically at fungicides, which are often used after harvesting, and they link them to potential disruptions in our hormone systems. Okay, but that's not the whole story. Not everyone in the scientific community sees it the same way, and this is where we get into a really important debate, the debate between risk and dosage. You see, a peer-reviewed study from the National Institutes of Health looked at the exact same data the EWG uses, and they found that out of 120 different exposure scenarios on the Dirty Dozen, only one of them barely crossed 1% of the safe daily intake level set by the EPA. So what did those researchers conclude? That the risk is, well, negligible. And this is the key. It's because the dose, the actual amount of residue you'd consume, is incredibly low. We're talking thousands of times below any level that's been shown to cause harm in lab studies. To put that into perspective, and this is kind of wild, dietitians calculated that a child could literally eat 181 servings of conventional strawberries in a single day and still be totally fine, well within the safety limits for pesticide residue. So here's the heart of the debate. It all comes down to what you're measuring. The EWG is focused on the presence of pesticides. If a chemical is there, it's a concern. But toxicologists and other critics are focused on the dose. How much is actually there? And does that amount even come close to a level that could be harmful? So we've got this scientific back and forth. What on earth does this mean for your health? Especially if you're someone navigating issues like chronic inflammation, SIBO, or just a more sensitive system in general. Well, for someone with sensitivities, the conversation shifts a little. The goal becomes reducing what's called your total body burden. Think of your body like a bucket. If that bucket is already pretty full from dealing with inflammation or gut problems, even small drops of extra chemicals from pesticides might be enough to make it overflow. So the idea isn't to be afraid of food, but to strategically lighten that overall load to give your body a better chance to heal. Okay, enough of the science and theory. Let's get really practical. How can you take all this and walk into the grocery store with confidence? The best way to think about this is as a flexible guide, not a strict rule book. If you and your family eat strawberries every single day, maybe you prioritize buying those organic since they're on the Dirty Dozen. But for things on the Clean 15, like avocados or onions, you can feel great about buying conventional and saving that money. And hey, no matter what you buy, organic or conventional, washing is always a good idea. The National Pesticide Information Center says your best bet is just cool running water. Give soft stuff a gentle rub and use a brush on firm things like melons. Oh, and you can totally skip those fancy veggie washes. The FDA says water works just as well. Now, it's good to know that washing is really just for the surface. Some pesticides can actually get absorbed right into the peel. For produce like apples, cucumbers, or peaches, peeling off that outer layer is another really effective way to reduce your exposure even more. So, after hearing both sides of the argument, What's the most empowering way to look at all this? What's the real takeaway? Honestly, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Please do not let perfect be the enemy of good. The goal is to eat more fruits and vegetables, period. The health benefits are just massive, whether they're organic or not. Think of these lists as just one tool in your toolbox to help you make informed choices that feel right for you, your health, and your wallet, not as a reason to be scared of the produce aisle. So, I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What's one small, manageable change you can make on your next grocery run? Maybe it's just trying one organic item from the Dirty Dozen, or maybe it's just committing to giving all your produce a good rinse. Whatever it is, that's a fantastic place to start.